When graphing various functions, it is often the case that you will want to zoom in or out to better view a function. Once you've input an equation using your y equals screen, you can adjust the window to suit the domain and range of interest. In order to demonstrate this, let's graph a new equation. Instead of graphing 1/2 x plus 2, let's change that to 1/2 x plus 500. This will require a much larger window view for us to see the entire function. Let's go ahead and hit graph now and see that we are not able to see anything using the standard view. Confirmed. Okay, let's press window and let's adjust the settings. Use your cursors to adjust the x minimum, x maximum, the x scale, the y minimum, the y maximum, and the y scale according to the figure here. I'm going to change my minimum x value to be 1000. Then I'm going to change my x maximum value to be 1000. My scale is going to be the interval between each value. Instead of 1, let's choose 50. In other words, we're counting by 50s now on our graph. Let's do the same for the y values. We'll use -1000 for the minimum value, +1000 for the maximum y value, and we'll change the scale to 50 as well. Once we have these adjustments made, we can go ahead and hit graph. Now we're able to see our function. We've adjusted the intervals as 50 between every single tick mark, and we've adjusted our view so that we're able to see up to +1000, -1000 on the y-axis, and +1000 to -1000 on the x-axis. This is a pretty extreme example. Often it's not true that you need to adjust your window quite this dramatically. Let's go back to our old function, 1/2 x plus 2, and let's look at the various ways that we can adjust the window without actually making these setting changes. Okay, I'm back to 1/2 x plus 2. If I hit graph, I can still see everything, but we're still using those old window adjustments up to positive and -1000 with an interval of 50. Let's go back to what we started with. If I hit zoom and select option 6, this standardizes the window back to what we used to have. From here, I can use the trace button to apply my cursor to the line. Let's say that I want to zoom in on that x-intercept. With my trace button selected, I'm going to use my cursor to go down towards that x-intercept. Once I'm pretty close, I'm going to hit zoom and select option 2, zoom in. Hit enter, and hit enter again. Now I've zoomed in my window on my cursor. I'm at x equals -3 9/10 and y equals 0. It's pretty close to my x-intercept. Let's try tracing a different one. This time I'd like to zoom out where my cursor is located. With the trace selected, hit zoom, then select option 3, zoom out. Hit enter, then hit enter again. This zooms out the window. Every time I hit enter, it will zoom another time. To return back to the standard window view, hit zoom, select option 6, standard. This is a standard window that you'll almost always want to use. If you get yourself to a point where you're not able to see your function or you'd like to back out of some of the settings that you've made, select option zoom 6 or zoom standard to get back to where you started.